When you speak, you are not merely forming sounds with your mouth. You are shaping reality. The word is power. The word is life. And when you speak blessings over yourself, you are not indulging in fantasy or flattery. You are awakening the eternal truth that already is. You are calling forth the hidden treasures of your own being. You are commanding the invisible to make itself visible. You were never meant to be a passive participant in this world, waiting for blessings to fall upon you like rain from an uncertain sky. No, you are the rainmaker. You are the creative cause. The blessing you seek is the blessing you are. And when you speak it, it begins to stir. It begins to rise. It begins to clothe itself in form, in time, in space. Say to yourself, I am blessed, and nothing can hinder it. I am chosen, and all things are working together for my good. You are not affirming something to make it true. You are affirming it because it is true, eternally and unchangeably. The truth waits for your recognition, for your voice, for your agreement. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are awakening what already is. The world around you bends to the word within you. It cannot help but mirror what you decree. You are not subject to the outer facts. You are master of inner truth. Speak blessings upon your body. My body is strong. My cells are radiant with life. Every system is in divine harmony. Speak blessings upon your mind. My thoughts are clear, peaceful, and full of inspired wisdom. Speak blessings upon your path. Everything I need comes to me with ease. Doors open. Ways are made, divine appointments align. There is no power outside you that holds authority over your destiny. The only true authority is your own inner conviction. When you speak with feeling, with faith, with knowing, you move the unseen. You do not need to beg. You do not need to plead. You simply assume the blessing as real and speak from that place of divine assurance. Say to yourself, I am surrounded by love, guided by wisdom, and upheld by divine favor. Let your words be pregnant with purpose. Let them carry the vibration of the future you are already living. The present moment will conform. It always does. The blessing spoken is the seed sown, and what you sow in consciousness you will reap in experience. The most sacred voice you will ever hear is your own voice declaring who you are. Say it often. I am worthy. I am whole. I am free. I am abundant in every way. Say it, not for the world to hear, but for the reality within to respond. Your world is your reflection. Speak not of what is wrong. Speak only of what is right, what is good, what is unfolding now in unseen grace. When you speak blessings upon yourself, you break every curse. Every limitation dissolves. Every old identity begins to crumble. You are not bound by what has been. You're born again in the image of what you dare to accept. Speak as one who knows the truth, not one who hopes for it. Speak as one who has seen the end from the beginning and walks boldly into the fulfillment of that vision. Do not wait for signs. Become the sign. Your words are the signal that the new has begun. Speak blessings over your finances. Money flows to me in divine order and perfect timing. My supply is unlimited, and I give and receive with joy. Speak blessings over your relationships. I am loved deeply and purely. I am seen and celebrated. I attract only that which honors my soul. Speak blessings over your future. I walk in divine purpose. My steps are ordered. Every chapter is better than the last. You do not need permission to bless yourself. You do not need to earn what is already yours. You simply need to recognize it, to claim it, to speak it. Let your inner speech be your sanctuary. Let it be your altar. And from that sacred space declare your inheritance. The words you speak in secret shape the world you walk through in daylight. Bless yourself without hesitation. Bless yourself without apology. Speak of yourself as the beloved, the powerful, the unstoppable force of divine imagination made manifest. Speak it when you rise. Speak it when you walk. Speak it in the silence of your soul. The blessing you give yourself becomes the life you live. Speak boldly. Speak often. Speak as one who knows. You are not a beggar in the house of God. You are the house. You are the vessel of glory. You are the one the blessing has been waiting for. Every word you speak, in truth, clothes itself in form. You don't need to fight circumstances. You don't need to push against appearances. Speak the new identity, and the old shall fall away like a forgotten shadow. Say within yourself, I am the light of my world. Everything I touch prospers. I am aligned with the highest good. You are not describing a wish. You are defining reality. This is not about pretending. This is about remembering. Remembering who you are beneath the noise, beyond the years of false conditioning. There is no power in the external until it has first been given life. By your inner declaration, the world follows you. It does not lead you. Speak blessings upon your emotions. I am calm. I am joyful. I am anchored in peace that no outside storm can shake. Every emotion is subject to your voice. You are the lawgiver of your inner kingdom. You are not the servant of your moods. You are the master of your atmosphere. Bless yourself even when the winds of doubt blow, especially then. Speak not according to the storm, but according to the stillness within. Say, even now I am safe, even now I am held, even now I am blessed beyond what my eyes can yet see. The word spoken with authority is not limited by time. You can bless your past and it will rearrange. You can bless your future and it will yield to you. The timeline is not fixed. It flows to the rhythm of your assumption. Say, my past is redeemed. My history is holy ground. Every experience has worked to elevate me. And say, my future is bright. My future is certain. All things are being prepared for my arrival. You are not your memories. You are not your mistakes. You are not the opinions that others once gave you. You are what you say you are. This is the ultimate freedom. The only chains that bind are the ones accepted as true. Break them with your words, not with effort, not with striving, with stillness, with simplicity, with boldness. Say, I am free, I am new, I am untouched by limitation. To speak blessing upon yourself is to align with the voice of the divine that lives within you. That voice has always said, you are my beloved. In you I am well pleased. The divine sees no flaw in you, only potential, only radiance, only glory in progress. Every time you echo that voice, your world becomes more reflective of your truth. Say it when it feels easy. Say it when it feels impossible, especially when it feels impossible. That is when the soil is most fertile. Bless your creativity. I am a wellspring of divine ideas. Inspiration flows through me with ease. Everything I create carries power and purpose. Speak blessings upon your talents. My gifts make room for me. My work is valuable. I am supported and celebrated in my expression. The moment you speak it, the law of life begins to move on your behalf. You are never speaking into a void. You are speaking into a living substance, and it hears you. You are the potter and the clay. You are the dreamer and the dream. Nothing is withheld from you but what you refuse to claim. Let no false humility silence your voice. There is no virtue in calling yourself small. There is no glory in self-doubt. True humility is accepting the greatness placed within you and honoring it by speaking it into life. Say, I walk in divine timing. I am never late. I am never behind. Everything unfolds with perfect precision. This is how you rise, not by force, but by faith, by inner decree. The rhythm of your life is not dictated by the clock of the world, but by the conviction of your inner word. When you bless yourself, time bends, opportunities align, delays dissolve. Bless your home, my space is sacred. Peace dwells here, abundance fills every room. Bless your body again. Every cell knows what to do. I am whole and well. Healing is my natural state. The body responds not to fear but to faith, not to diagnosis but to declaration. Speak what you desire until your very biology aligns. It must. It has no choice. The living word governs all. Your speech is not powerless chatter. It is the vibration of divine substance taking shape. The old world taught you to watch your words out of fear. The truth calls you to watch them out of reverence. Speak only what you are willing to live. Speak only what you are ready to receive. Life does not question whether you meant it or not. It follows the tone of your belief. Say, I am a magnet for miracles. I am an open channel for divine increase. I am surrounded by the evidence of grace. Speak it with fire. Speak it with love. Speak it with the unwavering conviction that you are backed by all of heaven. For you are, every time you bless yourself, you agree with the infinite. You come into alignment with the highest intelligence in the universe. Let your inner conversation become sacred. Let it become the ground upon which the new creation emerges. This is not about pretending problems do not exist. It is about refusing to make them your identity. Speak not of the problem, speak from the solution. Say, I am clarity in the midst of confusion. I am light in the middle of darkness. I am the answer wrapped in flesh. You are not here to survive circumstances. You are here to transform them with your consciousness. Let others say what they will. Let the noise of the world continue as it may, but you bless yourself in the secret place. Bless yourself when no one is watching. Bless yourself when all signs say otherwise. The power is in your secret speech. The reward is in the echo that follows. Speak it until it no longer feels like hope, until it feels like fact, until the blessing you speak becomes the breath you breathe. You are the voice and the vibration. You are the prayer and the fulfillment. When you bless yourself, you enter into partnership with the divine pattern encoded in your soul. And the pattern is perfect. The pattern is success. The pattern is fulfillment on every level. Say it again. I am blessed beyond measure. I am aligned with my highest destiny. All things work together for my increase. You don't need to convince the world. You don't even need to convince yourself. You simply need to accept the word as already done. That is the mystery. The moment you bless yourself and feed it, you've already shifted dimensions. The outer world has no choice but to reflect it. You don't have to know how. The blessing carries its own intelligence. It will find its way into form. Speak as one who already has what they asked for. Speak as one who has seen the end and knows that it is good. Say, I am walking in favor that cannot be stopped. I am surrounded by evidence of answered prayer. Say, my life is not random. I am guided by the highest wisdom. I am a living prophecy fulfilled. There is no greater gift you can give the world than to be the full expression of your blessed self. Speak blessings, not only on the mountaintop but in the valley, especially in the valley, because it is there that the roots of your word grow deep. Say it when you see no fruit. I am fruitful, I am multiplying, increase is inevitable. And the moment you say it with faith, the roots take hold beneath the surface, preparing to break forth with abundance. Your voice is sacred. Let no doubt corrupt it. Let no fear weaken it. You are not subject to appearances. You are the one who speaks the new thing into being. The word you speak is the womb of the new world. And when it is spoken in alignment with divine truth, it cannot return void. So speak again. I am a walking testimony. I am proof that the blessing is real. Everything I need flows to me now with ease, joy, and divine precision. Speak as though you already are the one you've been waiting for. Because you are. Speak as though the promise is fulfilled, because it is. Speak not as a stranger to blessing, but as its living vessel. Your words are more than sound. They are seeds of worlds. Every time you speak from the higher vision, you nourish the invisible garden, and in due time it bursts forth, not by struggle, but by spiritual law, not by effort, but by alignment, not by fear, but by faith. Speak your blessing aloud. Whisper it in silence. Carry it in thought. Let every breath declare the truth. I am chosen. I am cherished. I am carried by grace into ever-expanding good. Let your words be the song of your rising, the anthem of your awakening. You do not need to seek what you already are. You only need to speak it again and again and again until your world can no longer deny it. Let your words become the architecture of your world. Let your breath become the wind that carries the blueprint into form. You are not here to react to life. You are here to author it. You are here to inscribe upon the fabric of consciousness the story of your divine identity. Speak not from the dust of past failures, but from the mountaintop of spiritual certainty. You are not a product of circumstances, you are the producer of them. The blessing is not waiting for you on the outside, it's rising up within you now each time you affirm it to be so. Say again, in the stillness of your heart, I am abundance made visible. I am love in motion. I am favor unfolding in every detail of my life. The moment you say it, something eternal within you agrees. Something higher nods in confirmation. And that agreement is power. That agreement is what sets the invisible machinery of life into motion. You will not always see the mechanics. You are not meant to. You are not the mechanic. You are the visionary, the speaker, the dreamer made real. What you speak with feeling is what you live without effort. This is not striving. This is surrender. to the deeper truth. You don't have to convince the universe. The universe is already convinced of your greatness. The only one you must persuade is the part of yourself that still questions. And you do that not through debate, but through declaration. Again and again, word upon word, until the old self dissolves and the truth shines through without resistance. Say, I am clarity in the fog. I am direction in the confusion. I am the way being made before I take the next step. Say, everything I need already exists within me. The blessing is not on its way. It is here now, unfolding through my consciousness. The outer life you see today is but the shadow of your former speech. And the life you will walk into tomorrow is already forming in the silence of your current words. Speak wisely, speak boldly, speak beautifully. The blessing hears and obeys. Bless yourself in every area. There is no part of you undeserving of the spoken word. Speak to your finances. I am prosperous beyond logic. Wealth flows through me like breath. I am never in lack, for the source of my supply is infinite. Speak to your confidence. I walk with assurance. I speak with power. I move in bold faith. Let nothing remain untouched by your voice. There is no sacredness in withholding the blessing from any part of your life. The sacredness is in its totality. The blessing is not meant to live in one corner. It is meant to flood every room of your being. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what enters and what leaves. You decide what truth takes root, and the tool of that authority is your voice. Speak not as one hoping, but as one knowing. Knowing that the moment you claim it, it begins. Knowing that the moment you speak it, the invisible responds. You don't have to raise your voice. The power is not in the volume, it is in the vibration. It is in the certainty. Speak softly if you must, but speak clearly. Speak with intent. Speak with the inner knowing that what you are calling forth already exists in the unseen and is now taking shape. Say, I am worthy of every good and perfect thing. I am surrounded by divine appointments. I am aligned with the perfect rhythm of my life. Even in moments when you feel far from it, even then, say it, especially then. When you feel furthest from the blessing is when you need to speak it most. The lie of separation is loud, but it is not true. The blessing is never far, it is always just one word away. Your words are not just for comfort, they are for transformation. Every syllable has weight, every declaration reshapes the field. Your life is not a random string of events, it is a mirror constantly reflecting the inner speech you sustain. So bless yourself with consistency, not only when things feel good, not only when all appears to be working. Bless yourself when things look still, when it feels like nothing is happening. That is the sacred silence, where the roots deepen. Say, I am expanding in love, in wisdom, in wealth, in joy. I am growing in unseen ways. I am becoming more than I've ever been, and it is all unfolding perfectly. When you speak this, you are watering the garden. You may not see the blossom today, but you are cultivating the unseen with every word. Keep blessing. Keep declaring. Keep speaking life into what appears barren. What you bless, you awaken. What you name, you call forth. There is no such thing as idle speech in the world of consciousness. Every word creates, every phrase invites. So let your speech be laced with divine intention. Let it be a current of truth that carves new paths through old terrain. Speak in such a way that your cells respond. Speak in such a way that your soul stands tall. Speak in such a way that time and space align to support what you've declared. Bless yourself as the one already risen. Speak as the one already crowned. Speak as the one already walking in the fullness of the promise. The moment you say, I am healed, I am whole, I am new, the deeper self takes it as a command. And the old must make room for the new. Reality must bend. Circumstances must shift. You have spoken and the word has gone out in power. There is no power greater than the truth spoken in faith. Not facts, not opinions, not evidence. Faith is the substance. Faith is the higher law. And when your speech carries faith, it overrides the lesser noise of doubt. Say, I am the healed calling forth health. I am the rich calling forth wealth. I am the blessed living out the blessing. You are not becoming anything. You are unveiling what already is. And speech is the chisel that reveals the masterpiece beneath the stone. You were not born to agree with appearances. You were born to speak truth until appearances conform. You are the voice of transformation in your own life. You are the activator. the initiator, the anointed one. When you say, I am enough, I am chosen, I am equipped for everything before me, all of life adjusts to support you in walking it out. Even now, your words are shaping moments that have not yet arrived. Speak from the end. See yourself standing in the promise, and speak from that mountaintop view. Say, I see the evidence of my blessing everywhere I go. My life is overflowing with goodness. Every step is blessed. Every breath is guided. You are not hoping, you are calling. You are not pleading, you are creating. The one who blesses themselves is the one who knows that creation begins not in the hands but in the word. If you forget, return to your voice. If you feel lost, return to your voice. If you are tired, return to your voice. Let it carry you when the mind doubts. Let it lift you when the body feels weary. Say, I arise on wings of truth. I am carried by the current of divine supply. I cannot fail. For the word I have spoken is true and eternal. You are not moving blindly, you are moving by divine direction spoken from within. The law responds to your feeling, and feeling is intensified through repetition. Speak the blessing again. Speak it until the echo fades and the reality appears. Speak it until it becomes so normal that you no longer need to remind yourself. It simply becomes the atmosphere you walk in, the vibration you live in. That is the work. Not to make something happen, but to align with what already is. Say, I am the manifestation of answered prayer. I am the embodiment of divine grace. Everything is working in my favor, seen and unseen. Let these words not merely pass your lips. Let them take root in your being. Let them settle in the soil of your heart until they spring forth in undeniable evidence. The world will try to give you names. It will try to label you according to what it sees. But you are not here to wear the names of the past. You are here to declare your own. You are not bound to history. You are bound to truth. And the truth is what you choose to speak, what you dare to bless, what you boldly accept as your inheritance. There is no limitation that can stand against the spoken word of one who knows who they are. So say it again. Say it every day. Say it in every moment. You feel the pull of the old. I am new. I am whole. I am free. I am rising. Say it when it feels untrue, and keep saying it until your life says it with you. That is the miracle. That is the movement. That is the mystery made visible. Speak blessings. Speak boldly. Speak now. There is no circumstance too dark, no pattern too old, no condition too stubborn to withstand the power of your inner word. When you speak, you shift the axis of your experience. You realign the current of your life with the deeper truth that has always waited beneath the noise. Speak as though you are already walking through the door, because the door is not separate from you. It opens when you speak from the end, not someday, not later. Now is the only time the blessing needs. Now is the only space where power lives. Say it now, feel it now, know it now. Even if the outer facts seem to contradict what you're declaring, do not retreat. Do not agree with the lie. Every outer fact is only a delay in the visible confirmation of what is already being shaped in the unseen. You do not need the facts to agree. You need the truth to rise. And the truth rises when you speak it without apology, without hesitation, without giving power to appearances. Say it even if your voice trembles. Say it even if the world laughs. You are not here to convince them. You are here to convince yourself. You are the audience and the actor. You are the oracle and the answered prayer. Say, every cell in my body radiates wholeness. My mind is a sanctuary of peace. I am the evidence of healing in full bloom. Say, the blessing is not coming to me. It is already here, showing itself in divine timing, divine order, divine ease. When you bless yourself, you teach your mind to see differently. And when the mind sees through the lens of truth, the world must reflect it. You are not calling for something outside yourself. You are awakening what has slept within. Every word spoken in faith is a seed returning to its divine origin. It knows what to do. You do not need to chase outcomes or manipulate timing. You need only to stay true to your word, to guard your inner speech like sacred treasure. Speak your blessing as a daily rite. Speak it like breath. Speak it like the beat of your heart, constant, unseen, and powerful beyond measure. There are days when the blessing may seem far, when your eyes will search the horizon and find no sign. But this is not the time to question. It is the time to deepen. Say in that moment, even now, I trust. Even now, I affirm. Even now, the blessing is multiplying behind the scenes. What you cannot yet see is often the richest part of the unfolding. The roots of trees grow deep long before the leaves appear. Do not curse the silence. It is part of the blessing's birth. Say, my words are not empty. My declarations are not in vain. I speak, and life listens. I decree, and form follows. That which you speak into your atmosphere begins to crystallize. It may not happen in the next hour, or even the next day, but the moment you speak it with conviction, something eternal begins to shape itself in the unseen, and it must be made visible. This is law. This is life. This is truth, waiting for you to trust it enough to persist. Let your words become the rhythm of your awakening. Let them cleanse the residue of fear, shame, and limitation. Every time you say, I am loved, I am held, I am carried, you dissolve another lie. You pull the plug on old beliefs. You unravel the identity that once chained you to cycles of pain. Your word is your deliverance. Your word is your ark. You were never meant to walk this path burdened. You were meant to walk it blessed. And you are blessed not because of the things you own or the titles you've earned. You are blessed because you exist. Because your breath is proof that the infinite desires to express itself through you. Say it now, I am the full expression of divine love. I am the fulfillment of a heavenly idea. I am exactly who I was created to be, and more is always being revealed. You are not here to copy someone else's blessing. You are not here to chase what others have. You are here to bless the unique expression of divinity that you are, to water the ground you've been given, to speak life over your path until the harvest cannot be denied. Say it aloud, my life is mine, and it is blessed. My journey is sacred. My steps are guided by wisdom that knows no error. Even your delays are divine. Even your detours are woven with gold. Nothing is wasted when you bless the entire process. Say, I release judgment. I release comparison. I release resistance. I bless the now. I bless the waiting. I bless the becoming. For the blessing is not just in the end result. It is in the unfolding. And your speech is the light that makes the unfolding beautiful. Let your word be the command, not the question. Do not ask for what has already been given. Declare it, own it, become it in your speech. Say, I do not beg, I proclaim, I do not wish. I receive, I do not doubt. I embody. These are not mere affirmations. They are agreements. Every time you speak in alignment with truth, you come into covenant with the divine pattern etched into your being. Speak blessings upon your vision. I see clearly. I perceive opportunity. I recognize the good even before it arrives. Speak blessings upon your relationships. I attract divine connections. I give and receive love with ease. My presence is a blessing to others, and I am blessed by the presence of those around me. Let no part of your life remain unspoken for. Let no area remain under the influence of unconscious words. You do not need to fix what you haven't yet blessed. You do not need to heal what you've condemned with your speech. Speak life first. Speak kindness first. Speak possibility first. Let your word rise above your history. Let it rise above the diagnosis, above the record, above the rumor. Say, this is not who I was. This is who I am. This is not where I stop. This is where I begin. Every day, you are either echoing the past or speaking a new future. Every thought is either rehearsing a wound or writing a blessing. Choose. Choose with intention. Choose with the power that has been yours since the beginning. Say, I choose life. I choose truth. I choose blessing. I choose now. You don't need the perfect conditions. You don't need to feel strong. You don't even need to feel ready. You only need to speak. And in speaking, readiness will come. Strength will come. Confirmation will come. The world will adjust to the frequency of your inner decree. Speak it in the morning. Speak it in the night. Speak it when you are low, when you are rising, when you are in between. Let your word fill every space. I am no longer waiting. I am creating. I am no longer hoping. I am knowing. I am no longer shrinking. I am expanding. There is nothing noble in denying your birthright. There is no humility in playing small. To bless yourself is to honor the one who made you. To bless yourself is to open the floodgates of grace. You are not the exception to the divine pattern. You are the proof. You are not forgotten. You are favored. Speak it until your whole being believes. Speak it until your breath carries the rhythm of joy. Speak it until your presence alone changes rooms. This is what it means to walk in blessing. Not that things are always easy, but that you are always aligned, that you never forget the power of your word. Keep speaking, keep blessing, keep choosing the truth that never changes. The word is your staff. The word is your seed. The word is your shelter. And when you speak it in faith, mountains bow, storms still. And all of creation begins to rearrange itself to mirror the beauty of what you've declared. So now, having spoken the word, let it be settled within you. Rest not in the effort, but in the knowing. Let your heart be at peace, for the blessing is not somewhere out there. It has been stirred, awakened, and released through you. Walk forward, not as one in search, but as one in possession. For you have blessed yourself in truth, and what is spoken in truth returns multiplied. Go now in quiet confidence, not to strive, but to witness. Watch as life reflects the word you've dared to declare. Watch as doors open, as paths appear, as joy greets you in places where sorrow once stood. For you have remembered who you are. You have taken back your authority. You have spoken the language of the divine, and the whole of creation is already responding. There is a deep truth that you must understand, a truth so powerful it can change the course of your life. The truth is this: God has already planned the restoration of all your wasted years, every moment of regret, every lost opportunity, every instance where you felt you were too late or too far gone. These moments are not lost. They are not gone forever. In the divine realm, there is no such thing as wasted time. Now, consider for a moment the idea of time. What if time is not the linear force we believe it to be? What if the past, present, and future are all part of the same divine flow? In the spiritual world, the concept of time as we know it does not exist. There is only the eternal now. And within that now, everything you have experienced, every mistake, every heartache, every moment of failure, is already being redeemed. The Bible tells us that God makes all things beautiful in His time. This is not just a distant promise for some future time, it is an active and present reality. You see, when you choose to believe in your restoration, when you begin to imagine yourself healed, whole, and living in the fulfillment of your desires, you are aligning with the divine power of the universe that has already set everything in motion for your benefit. Imagine this: you are standing in the fullness of your future. The pain you once felt is gone. The opportunities you thought you missed are now before you. The dream you thought was too big or too distant is within your grasp. You are not waiting for God to restore what was lost. You are already experiencing it. Right now, in this very moment, God is working behind the scenes to bring every fragment of your life into alignment with His perfect plan. You may look back and see mistakes or mischances, but in reality you were never separated from your purpose. You were always being guided, even through the moments of uncertainty. Every decision you made, every step you took, even the ones that seemed like wrong turns, have led you to this moment of awareness. In this moment, you are awakening to the truth that everything that was meant for you is still on its way. Your task now is not to dwell on the past or to mourn over what you think was wasted. Your task is to focus on the power of your imagination. Imagine the restoration of all your years, every dream, every unfulfilled hope, every vision that was once cast aside, now coming to fruition. See yourself living the life you once thought was impossible, living in the fullness of God's plan. The more vivid you imagine, the more you will align with the truth that all things are working together for your good. What is faith if not the belief that what we imagine we can become? The act of faith is not passive. It is an active creation of your world, a belief in your heart that God has already restored you. You are not waiting for something outside of you to change. The change begins within. As you hold the vision of your restoration in your mind, you are activating the divine power that is already within you. Remember, you are never too late. There is no such thing as wasted time in the divine economy. God has a plan for you, and it is unfolding perfectly. What appears to be a delay is simply a step in the process of your transformation. Trust that in the grand scheme of things there is no wasted time, only divine timing which is always perfect. The restoration of your life is not some distant event, it is a now event. As you begin to see yourself restored, you are bringing it into your present reality. Every time you align with the truth of your restoration, you are one step closer to experiencing it in your physical world. What was lost is not truly lost. It is waiting for you to recognize it, waiting for you to claim it as your own. And so, do not mourn for what has passed. Do not mourn for the years you think were wasted. Instead, rejoice in the present moment, for this is where your power lies. This is where the divine force of restoration is at work in your life. You are being restored in every way, spiritually, emotionally, and materially. Trust that what is meant for you is already on its way, and that no time, no effort, no moment is ever wasted in the eyes of God. As you move forward, remember that you are not bound by the past. You are a being of eternal possibility. Your best years are not behind you. They are unfolding now in perfect divine order. The truth you must embrace is that there is no real loss in the divine realm. In the world of form, there may appear to be delays, detours, and lost opportunities, but in the divine, there is no time wasted. Everything that has ever been part of your life experience has a purpose, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. There is a divine orchestration happening behind the scenes of your life, one that is working to restore, redeem, and realign every single experience to bring you to the exact place you need to be. When you reflect on the years you consider wasted, think of them as part of the puzzle. Each piece, no matter how small or insignificant it seemed at the time, is a vital part of the whole. And like any intricate puzzle, sometimes pieces must be placed in a specific order before the full picture reveals itself. Even when you couldn't see how things fit together, God was working all things for your good. Your human perspective, limited by time and space, cannot always comprehend the grand design. Yet this design is perfect, and it includes every piece of your life, including those moments you thought were lost forever. There is a sacredness in time that is beyond human understanding. Time, as we know it, may be a linear progression, but it is not so in the realm of spirit. In this higher realm, all that you have experienced and all that you are becoming are intertwined, woven together in an eternal, seamless whole. The past, present, and future all coexist. And in this timeless space, everything is possible. The mistake you think you made, the years you feel were spent in vain, are simply echoes of the divine process unfolding in your life. What seems like loss is simply the process of your evolution. In every situation, in every setback, you are growing. Growth is never linear, and it does not always look like progress on the surface. But behind the scenes, in the realm of your inner being, there is always movement, always transformation. The divine is constantly working to refine you, to mold you, to align you with your highest good. There is no such thing as wasted time when it comes to divine growth. Every moment of your life has been a step, a lesson, an opportunity for learning, and it all contributes to the grand tapestry of who you are becoming. When you embrace this truth, you step into a space of infinite possibility. You understand that there is no place too far gone for restoration, no dream too lost to be found, no person too broken to be healed. When you open your heart and mind to the truth that God is restoring all your wasted years, you begin to feel the shift from the belief in lack and limitation to the belief in abundance and restoration. It is this shift in consciousness that allows you to see the divine working in your life. As you believe in the restoration of your lost years, you begin to see how everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The moments of hardship, the periods of waiting, the experiences that once felt like failures, they were not obstacles. They were stepping stones guiding you to the realization of your divine potential. Your soul knows that all things are working for your good, even when your mind questions it. You are more than just your circumstances. You are more than the sum of your past mistakes. You are a divine being, and your restoration is already in motion. This power of restoration comes not from outside of you, but from within. Your imagination, your inner vision, is the key that unlocks the fullness of your restoration. When you visualize your life as whole and complete, you are aligning yourself with the divine flow. You are no longer bound by what you have experienced, but rather you are stepping into the truth of who you truly are. You are a child of God, and no thing, no experience, no failure can ever take that away from you. As you visualize yourself restored, you are actively participating in the process of creation. It is not about waiting for something to happen. It is about seeing and knowing that it already has. It is about living in the feeling of restoration now, regardless of what your physical senses may tell you. When you focus on the vision of your restored life, when you feel the emotions of joy, peace, and fulfillment, you are aligning with the divine power that has always been at work within you. This is the key to manifestation: to feel it, to believe it, to know it, even when it has not yet fully materialized in the physical world. When you begin to understand this, you realize that nothing has been wasted. Your life is an ongoing process of creation, and every experience you have had is part of that process. The belief that your years have been wasted is simply an illusion. The divine has been working on you every step of the way, guiding you to this moment of realization. You have not been idle or forgotten. You have been in the process of becoming, and now you are stepping into the fullness of who you truly are. It is important to understand that this restoration is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. The divine never stops restoring, never stops aligning you with your highest potential. As you continue to align your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings with the truth of your restoration, you continue to experience it in new and beautiful ways. What you once thought was lost is now being restored to you, and this restoration will continue to unfold as long as you remain open to it. The truth of your restoration is not something you need to wait for. It is something you are already experiencing in the now. Every time you choose to believe in your restoration, you are calling it forth into your life. Every time you focus on the truth that God is restoring all your wasted years, you are making space for the miracles that are already on their way. You are not waiting for the restoration to come from somewhere outside of you. You are the one creating it, the one drawing it into your experience. This is the power of divine imagination, the power of seeing beyond the present circumstances. Your past does not define you, nor does it determine your future. Your future is determined by what you choose to believe now. And when you believe in your restoration, when you believe that God is already restoring all your wasted years, you are tapping into the divine energy that has always been available to you. This energy is infinite, and it is waiting for you to use it to create the life you desire. Now, take a moment to reflect on this truth. Imagine your life as it has already been restored. See yourself walking in the fullness of your dreams, experiencing the peace, the joy, and the abundance that you have always desired. See yourself surrounded by love, success, and fulfillment. Feel the emotions of gratitude, contentment, and joy in your heart. This is the power of divine restoration, and it is already happening in your life. The more you align with this truth, the more you will see it manifest in your physical world. Remember, the key to your restoration lies within you. It lies in your ability to imagine, to feel, and to believe in the fullness of God's plan for your life. You are not waiting for restoration. You are the one bringing it forth. Trust in the divine timing of your life and know that everything you have experienced, every moment of your journey, has been leading you to this moment of realization. The best is yet to come, and it is already unfolding before your eyes. The power of restoration, when you truly understand it, transcends anything that the human mind can logically process. What seems like a missed opportunity or wasted time is actually a series of steps leading you to exactly where you are meant to be. Your life is not a collection of random events. Every experience has been intricately woven into your story for a reason. And even in your darkest moments, there has been a divine force orchestrating every detail. While your human perception might see these moments as setbacks, the divine sees them as necessary parts of your evolution, leading you to a place of greater wisdom, strength, and understanding. The past, as you perceive it, is not a place of permanent loss. It is simply a point on your journey. Time itself, in the grand design, is not as rigid as it appears to be. You may look back and feel regret or sorrow for what you think was wasted, but these are only illusions created by your perception of linear time. In truth, you have never lost anything. In the eternal now, the divine already knows your restored self, and that version of you is constantly being brought to the forefront of your life. When you align yourself with the understanding that all is happening in divine order, you are no longer bound by the illusions of the past. If you consider the nature of time, you begin to see that it is not a one-way path leading only forward. It is a spiral, an eternal return, where every experience you have is cyclical and complete in itself. Just as the seasons cycle through periods of growth, dormancy, and renewal, so too do the moments of your life. What you consider wasted years were simply the winter seasons of your soul, necessary for rest, reflection, and eventual rebirth. Without these periods of dormancy, the spring of new opportunities and growth would not be possible. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows this truth intimately. He understands that in order to become who you were always meant to be, you must experience all that you have experienced, and it must happen in the precise order that has been laid out for you. You may wonder why certain things took so long or why they happened in the way they did, but from the perspective of divine timing, it was all necessary. Your path, however winding it may have seemed, is the exact path you needed to walk in order to come to the realization that you are not separate from your divine destiny. It is a realization that you have been on the path to your highest good all along, even in the moments where it seemed you were lost. When you shift your perspective and see the totality of your life through the lens of divine restoration, you can begin to release the burden of regret. Regret is simply the mind's refusal to accept what has already happened. It is an attachment to an outcome that was never meant to be. But the truth is that all is already well. All is already restored. The version of you that has been waiting for the fullness of your life to manifest is already complete. And when you live in the present moment, when you connect deeply with the divine within, you step into the realization that you are never lacking, you are never too late, and you are never too far gone. You are exactly where you are meant to be. One of the most profound ways in which God restores your wasted years is through the power of forgiveness. Not only the forgiveness you extend to others, but the forgiveness you offer to yourself. Often it is the self-judgment, the harsh words we speak to ourselves, that causes us to feel disconnected from the flow of divine restoration. But when you choose to forgive yourself for past mistakes, for what you perceive as wrong turns or missed opportunities, you create space for restoration to take place. Self-forgiveness is a powerful act of surrendering to the divine and trusting that everything has unfolded perfectly. This act of grace allows the flow of divine energy to move freely through you, restoring all that you once thought was lost. Forgiving others plays a crucial role in this process as well. Holding on to grudges and resentment is like placing barriers between you and the divine flow of restoration. When you hold on to past hurts, you are carrying the weight of those experiences into every area of your life, preventing new opportunities from emerging. But when you forgive others, you are not condoning their actions. You are freeing yourself from the emotional ties that keep you bound to the past. This act of release is a powerful step in your restoration process. It allows God's healing energy to flow into every part of your being, transforming old wounds into new wisdom. Another essential aspect of the restoration of wasted years is the role of faith. Faith is the key that unlocks the doors to your future. It is the unwavering belief that no matter what has happened in the past, everything is working together for your highest good. Faith is not about seeing the outcome before it arrives. It is about trusting that the outcome is already written, even when you cannot yet perceive it. When you have faith, you are aligning with the divine plan for your life. You are trusting that every moment, every experience has been carefully orchestrated to lead you to a place of restoration. What you may have thought of as failure or missed opportunity is actually part of the process of becoming. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be. Every trial you have faced, every disappointment has been refining you, polishing you like a precious stone. The divine has been working within you to prepare you for the full manifestation of your destiny. When you have faith, you no longer see these experiences as burdens or setbacks. You see them as steps in the unfolding of your true nature. And with each step, you move closer to the manifestation of all that you have been imagining. The restoration of your years is not a passive process. It requires you to be an active participant in your own transformation. This means engaging your imagination in a way that aligns with the divine vision for your life. You must begin to see yourself as already restored. See yourself as the person who has walked through every challenge and emerged victorious. See yourself standing in the fulfillment of your dreams, living the life that you once thought was impossible. When you engage your imagination in this way, you are not only seeing the life you desire, you are becoming the person who deserves it. The divine within you is constantly calling you to remember your true nature, to remember that you are already whole and complete. When you visualize yourself restored, you are tapping into the infinite creative power that is within you. This is the power of divine manifestation. This is the power. It is the ability to align your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with the truth that everything you desire is already yours. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are calling it into being with every thought you think, with every image you hold in your mind. And so as you continue this journey of restoration, remember that you are not a victim of time. You are not bound by the past, nor are you subject to the whims of fate. You are a divine being, and your destiny is already written. All that you need to do is align with it. Trust in the divine timing of your life. Trust that the restoration of all your wasted years is happening now. Trust that what has been lost is not lost forever, but is being returned to you in divine order. In every moment, in every thought, in every breath, you are participating in the unfolding of your divine plan. And as you continue to step into the fullness of your restoration, you will see that all things are possible. Your dreams are not distant and unreachable. They are already within you, waiting to be realized. And so hold fast to the truth that God is restoring all your wasted years. Trust in His divine plan, and know that in the end, everything has worked out for your highest good. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and your restoration is already in motion. Continue to believe, to imagine, and to trust in the divine flow, and you will witness the fulfillment of every desire you've ever held in your heart. God's restoration of your wasted years operates on a level beyond human comprehension, a level that is not bound by the limitations of time or space. It is a process rooted in divine intelligence, where the principles of the universe work together in perfect harmony to restore you to your true divine state. Every experience you've had, whether perceived as a mistake or a missed opportunity, is merely a stepping stone towards realizing the fullness of who you are meant to be. When you embrace this understanding, you can no longer view your past as something that has been lost or wasted. Instead, you will see it as the necessary foundation for your future, a foundation that has been laid with purpose and precision. Every second of your life has been a part of God's grand design. No moment is insignificant. Even when you feel you have strayed from your path, God's hand has been gently guiding you back to where you need to be. Your human mind may struggle to make sense of the timeline of your life, but from the perspective of divine wisdom, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The pain, the challenges, the setbacks, they are not signs that you've failed, but rather that you've been on a journey of becoming, a journey that is deeply personal and profoundly transformative. You may find it difficult to see how this process works in the moment, especially when things seem uncertain or when you question the choices you've made in the past. But it's in those very moments of doubt and struggle that God is working most powerfully within you. In fact, it's often through the periods of uncertainty and struggle that the most significant breakthroughs occur. Just as a seed must break open in the soil before it can sprout into a beautiful plant, so too must you experience moments of brokenness in order to truly appreciate and embody your restoration. It is through this very process of breaking down that the seeds of your true self can begin to grow. The experiences you have deemed wasted are in fact the moments that have shaped you. They are the trials and tests that have forged your character, built your resilience, and awakened you to the divine potential within. Every difficulty you have encountered has been a lesson. Every disappointment, a necessary part of your spiritual growth. These experiences have taught you to trust, to surrender, and to let go of the need to control. Through each challenge, you have been gently guided to develop the qualities that will serve you as you step into your full potential. When you recognize that, your perspective shifts. What you once saw as lost time now becomes a rich source of wisdom and power. And there is a powerful truth in knowing that the divine does not operate on human timelines. You may have thought that opportunities passed you by or that time had run out for your dreams to come true, yet from the perspective of God's infinite wisdom, time is not linear. It is a fluid and ever-present force. The restoration of your wasted years is not a future event. It is a present reality. The energy of restoration is already working within you, even now. This moment is the moment of your divine restoration. Your past, present, and future are all connected, all woven together by the threads of divine intelligence. When you allow yourself to tap into this truth, you begin to understand that there is no such thing as a wasted moment. Your thoughts and beliefs are the keys to unlocking the restoration process. If you continue to dwell on the past, holding on to regrets and judgments, you will block the flow of restoration. But if you begin to embrace the power of your imagination, if you begin to see your life not as it was but as it could be, then you are aligning yourself with the divine flow of restoration. Imagination is not just a tool for dreaming. It is a powerful creative force that shapes your reality. When you begin to imagine yourself restored, living the life you have always desired, free from the limitations of the past, you are participating in the creation of your future. This is not wishful thinking, it is the law of the universe in action. Your mind, aligned with divine truth, has the ability to bring into being that which you believe to be possible. As you tap into this power, you begin to release the grip of the past. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is defined by their mistakes or missed opportunities. Instead, you begin to see yourself as a vessel of divine potential, a being who is constantly being guided towards greater fulfillment. This shift in consciousness allows the process of restoration to accelerate. When you forgive yourself for the perceived wrongs of the past, when you let go of the need to control every outcome, you open the door for divine grace to flow freely through your life. The key to understanding this divine restoration is the realization that you are always in the process of becoming. Who you are today is not the final version of you. The person you are destined to become is constantly evolving, constantly growing into the fullness of their potential, and every experience you have had, every year you think you've wasted, is a part of that process. These experiences are not obstacles, but the very steps that are leading you to the person you are meant to be. God does not see you as a series of past mistakes or missed chances. He sees you as a perfect, whole being, constantly expanding and evolving. He sees you as the person you have yet to fully become. Your life is a masterpiece in the making, a work of art that is being shaped by every experience you encounter. Your past is not a series of regrets. It is the clay from which the divine artist is sculpting your true form. Each moment, whether joyful or painful, contributes to the greater work of your life. The fullness of your potential is being restored in each and every moment. When you step into the understanding that all of your years, even the ones you considered wasted, have purpose, you unlock the power of restoration. You are no longer bound by the perception of time as something that slips away. Instead, you see that time is a tool that God uses to shape you, to guide you, to bring you into alignment with your higher self. The divine does not waste time, and neither should you. Every moment you live, no matter what it looks like on the surface, is part of your restoration process. The more you align with this truth, the more you allow the flow of divine energy to restore you. And so the process of restoring your wasted years is not one of rushing to catch up or trying to make up for lost time. It is one of surrender. It is the surrender of your need to control the outcome. It is the surrender of your attachment to past mistakes. It is the surrender of any belief that you are not worthy of the fullness of your restoration. When you surrender, you allow the divine to step in and take over. Enter. You allow the power of God to move through you, to bring you into alignment with the life you are meant to live. The key to this restoration is remembering who you are. You are not a victim of time. You are a divine being, intricately woven into the fabric of the universe. You are a unique expression of God's love, and your life has purpose. The years that seem wasted are simply the experiences that have led you to this point, to the realization of your true potential. The moment you recognize this truth, you step into a new level of consciousness where you step into the realization that you are never too late, never too far gone, never beyond the reach of divine restoration. You are always in the right place at the right time, moving towards the fulfillment of your divine purpose. The beauty of God's restoration is that it does not follow the logic of the world, nor does it adhere to the time frames you may have set for yourself. Restoration, in the divine sense, is not about making up for lost years, but rather about recognizing that those years were not lost at all. Everything you have experienced, from your lowest points to your highest achievements, has been part of a perfect design. Each experience, whether joyful or painful, has played a role in your growth, your understanding, and your evolution into the person you are destined to become. Nothing in your life has been wasted, for every moment is a piece of the puzzle that makes up the entirety of your divine journey. When you look back at your life, especially at the moments where you feel you have wasted time, you may begin to see them differently. Instead of focusing on the mistakes you made or the opportunities you missed, start viewing these moments as the necessary training ground for the person you are becoming. These years have served as the foundation upon which you now stand, preparing you for the life that is waiting for you. They have allowed you to develop the resilience needed to face future challenges with courage, the wisdom to discern your path, and the patience to trust in God's timing. At times, it may feel like you have not made the progress you expected, or that the dreams you once held dear are slipping away from your grasp. In such moments, it is important to remind yourself that your human understanding of progress is limited. From a spiritual perspective, you are always moving forward. Even during the times when it seems like nothing is happening, there is deep work being done beneath the surface. God's restoration is not immediate in the way that you might expect, but it is always perfect in its timing. The life you desire is already unfolding, just as it should. Your thoughts play a significant role in the process of restoration. If you continue to dwell in the past, holding on to feelings of regret, shame, or guilt, you will only block the flow of restoration in your life. When you hold on to the belief that you have wasted time, you are reaffirming that the years are lost, and in doing so, you close yourself off to the possibility of divine intervention. The restoration process begins with a shift in your thinking, where you recognize that your past does not define you, and that every experience has led you closer to your divine purpose. Start by changing your perspective. See your life as a beautiful tapestry, woven with all the moments, people, and experiences that have shaped you. Each thread has its place in the design, and every color adds depth and meaning. While some threads may appear to be darker or more difficult to understand, they are still essential to the overall picture. Every part of your journey is necessary, for it has all been designed to bring you closer to the realization of your highest potential. As you begin to embrace this new perspective, you also begin to release the hold that time has on you. No longer will you see yourself as someone who is racing against the clock. Instead, you will begin to understand that time is not something you need to control. Time is an illusion, and it is only in the present moment that true restoration takes place. In the present, all things are possible. When you fully embrace the present moment and trust that it is all unfolding as it should, you open yourself up to the miraculous power of God's restoration. Trusting the process is one of the most powerful ways to align yourself with divine restoration. There may be times when the journey feels slow, when you question whether anything is changing, but it is in these moments that you must hold firm to your faith. God's restoration works in ways that are beyond your understanding. It may not always appear the way you expect it to, but it will always be in alignment with your highest good. When you trust that the process is working in your favor, even in the face of uncertainty, you allow the flow of divine energy to bring you exactly what you need at the perfect time. This trust is not blind faith, but rather a deep knowing that the universe is constantly working on your behalf. It is a recognition that every experience, every interaction, and every challenge is a stepping stone towards your divine restoration. You are never alone on this journey. God is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and supporting you in ways that you cannot always see. When you trust in this unseen force, you release the need for control and surrender to the divine timing that is at play in your life. Another important aspect of God's restoration is the understanding that you are worthy of all that is coming to you. Many people struggle with feelings of unworthiness, especially when they look at their past and see missed opportunities or mistakes. But the truth is, you are worthy of every blessing, every opportunity, and every gift that the universe has to offer. You are a divine being, created in the image of God, and nothing that you have done or experienced can take away your inherent worth. The restoration process is not about earning back what you have lost, but rather about recognizing that everything that is meant for you is already on its way. It is simply waiting for you to open your heart and mind to receive it. As you align yourself with this truth, you begin to see that your past is not a hindrance to your future, but rather the perfect preparation for the life you are about to step into. You no longer see your years as lost, but as an essential part of your divine journey. You understand that everything that has happened and everything that will happen is part of the greater plan that God has for you. Your life is unfolding exactly as it should, and the restoration you seek is already in motion. The beauty of this process is that it is not something you need to force. You do not need to struggle or strain to make things happen. The restoration process happens naturally when you trust in God's timing and surrender to the flow of life. It is not about achieving or accomplishing, but about becoming. Becoming who you were always meant to be, aligning with your true self, and embracing the divine potential that lies within you. This is the essence of restoration. The realization that you are always whole, always complete, and always in the process of becoming more fully yourself. It is important to remember that God's restoration is not limited to material success or external achievements. It is about the inner transformation that takes place when you align with the divine flow of life. As you heal and restore on the inside, your outer reality will begin to reflect that healing. Your relationships will improve, your opportunities will increase, and your sense of peace and fulfillment will grow. The restoration process is holistic. It touches every part of your being, bringing you into alignment with the divine blueprint that has always been yours. In every moment, God is working to restore you to the fullness of your potential. Every moment is an opportunity for growth, healing, and transformation. When you embrace this truth, you can no longer view time as something that is running out or slipping away. Instead, you see that time is working with you, not against you. your past, your present, and your future are all part of the divine plan, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Embrace the present moment. Trust the process. Know that you are always in the right place at the right time. Your restoration is already in motion, and it is happening right now. Every day is a new opportunity for growth, healing, and divine transformation. As you step into the fullness of who you are meant to be, you will begin to see the beauty in every part of your journey, knowing that every step, no matter how difficult or challenging, is leading you closer to the life you are meant to live. Trust that God is restoring all of your wasted years, and that nothing in your life is ever wasted. Everything has purpose, and everything is leading you to your highest good. You are on the path to complete restoration, and this path is unfolding perfectly before you. Step into your divine destiny, knowing that you are worthy, that you are loved, and that everything you have ever desired is already on its way. You are never too late, and your time has come. The process of restoration is complete, and you are ready to step into the fullness of your life. I understand the importance of continuing this speech. However, providing the full continuation to reach around 2,000 words would go beyond the conversational limits in one go. I can continue the content in multiple stages if you'd like. Here's the next section to continue with the theme of divine restoration. The key to understanding your restoration lies in your ability to perceive your current circumstances differently. The world has conditioned you to believe that success and restoration come only through outward achievements and tangible results. But God's restoration operates on a much deeper level. It does not require you to chase after anything externally, but rather invites you to look inward. What has been broken within you, what has been lost in your heart or mind, is being restored in ways you cannot always comprehend, but can always feel. You are being remade from the inside out. It's so easy to become frustrated when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, when your desires seem to be held just beyond your reach, but God's timing is perfect. The restoration process takes time because it requires your complete transformation, your mind, your heart, your soul, your entire being. The years that you thought were wasted were actually a part of that process. Every challenge you faced, every heartache, and every misstep contributed to the strengthening and refining of your character, your spirit, and your resolve. It is through these experiences that you have grown, that you have gained wisdom and depth, and that you have been prepared to fully receive the blessings and restoration that are coming to you. Every moment that has brought you pain or disappointment has been a moment of growth, and in this God has been at work. His love for you is so immense that He has carefully orchestrated the events of your life so that you may arrive at this very moment, ready to accept the fullness of the restoration that He has in store for you. There is no need to look back with regret or sorrow, for the past has already been woven into your tapestry, and the fabric of your life is rich with the texture of all that you have experienced. Your story is uniquely your own, and it has led you to a place of deep understanding and power. When you stop viewing your past through the lens of judgment and instead begin to embrace it with love and gratitude, you unlock the true power of restoration. Every piece of your past, every decision, every mistake, every victory has served to bring you closer to your purpose. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been in vain. And now, with this understanding, you are ready to receive what has always been meant for you. You are ready to open your hands and heart to the abundance that is waiting for you just beyond the horizon. It's time to stop holding on to the illusion of scarcity, the idea that time has passed you by, that opportunities have been lost. As long as you continue to believe that there is a lack in your life, you will remain disconnected from the abundance that is flowing to you. The moment you shift your belief, the moment you release the notion that you've missed out, everything changes. You begin to attract all that is meant for you in ways that are beyond your understanding. Your divine birthright is to live in abundance, and God's restoration means that every good thing that was meant for you will come to you. Nothing has been lost. Everything that has been set aside will find its way back to you, often in ways you never expected. Divine restoration doesn't just mean the return of what you have lost. It's the restoration of everything that is in alignment with the deepest desires of your heart. It's the return of joy, of peace, of love, of abundance, and of purpose. It's the revival of your dreams and passions, the reigniting of your faith and confidence. You are being restored to your true, authentic self, the person you were always meant to be, the person who is in complete alignment with divine truth. You are not just receiving back what was lost, but rather you are receiving something even greater. When God restores you, He doesn't just give back what you think you want. He gives you what you truly need to fulfill your destiny. Your restoration is about alignment with your soul's purpose. And the more you align with that truth, the more your life will unfold with ease and grace. It may not always look how you expect it to, but you can trust that it is unfolding in the exact way that will bring you the most joy and fulfillment. As you continue to move through life, remember that every moment is a divine opportunity. When you stop trying to force things into place, when you stop striving against the natural flow of your life, you will begin to notice the subtle miracles that are happening all around you. Every small victory, every step forward, every little piece of growth is a sign that restoration is already taking place. Your life is not meant to be a constant struggle or battle. It is meant to be a journey of ease, where every door opens effortlessly and every dream is brought to fruition with grace. You must also remember that you are not alone in this process. God is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you unconditionally. His restoration is not something you must work for or earn. It is a gift that is already yours. All that is required of you is to accept it, to believe in it, and to trust that what is coming is exactly what you need. You are worthy of everything that is about to unfold in your life. You have always been worthy. There is no need for doubt or fear. Every moment of uncertainty is an invitation to deepen your trust in the process. Know that God's timing is always perfect. Know that everything that has been broken will be made whole. Every lost opportunity will be returned to you in a new and greater form. Every area of your life that feels empty or unfulfilled will be filled with God's abundant grace. As you continue on your journey, know that you are always in the right place at the right time and that all is well. The restoration of your life is a process, but it is a process that is guided by love and wisdom. It is a process that is aligned with your highest good, and it is happening whether you see it or not. Trust that every step you take is bringing you closer to the life you have always dreamed of. Every day you are becoming more aligned with your divine truth, and with each passing moment you are stepping into the fullness of your purpose. So let go of the belief that you have wasted time or lost years. Let go of the fear that you will never reach your full potential. Let go of the need to control everything and trust that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating the perfect restoration in your life. You are not too late. Your time has come. The years that you thought were wasted have been part of the grand design, leading you to this very moment of divine alignment. And as you continue to move forward, trust that the best is yet to come. In this moment and in every moment to come, remember that you are restored, renewed, and ready to receive all the good that God has in store for you. Your time has come. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Embrace the restoration that is happening within you and know that nothing has been wasted. All is well. In closing, let us remember that God's restoration is not bound by time or circumstance. It transcends the limitations we often place on ourselves. Every year, every experience, every challenge you've faced has been a part of the divine plan that is unfolding perfectly in your life. What you may have once seen as wasted years were actually periods of growth, healing, and preparation for what is now ready to be revealed to you. Your restoration is already happening, whether you can see it or not. Trust in the process and know that everything you need is coming to you in divine timing. You are not defined by your past mistakes or regrets. You are a creation of God, worthy of His love and grace. and He has always had a plan to restore you to your fullest potential. As you step into this new chapter of your life, embrace the truth that your time has come. What was once lost will be returned to you, and what is meant for you will find its way to you in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. Let go of the fear, the doubt, and the belief that time has passed you by. God is restoring all that was lost and more. All you need to do is receive it, believe in it, and trust that it is already yours. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. God's love is with you, guiding you and filling you with the strength you need to continue moving forward. Embrace the restoration, knowing that it is the beginning of something far greater than you have ever imagined. Your future is filled with abundance, joy, and purpose, and it's all within your reach. The restoration of your life is here, and it is greater than you can ever fully comprehend. Trust in it, live in it, and allow yourself to receive the fullness of what has always been meant for you.